Well, you can't win them all. When it comes to blind buying fragrances, I've been fortunate because I can find the good in most. But even me, from time to time, I come across the occasional blind buy that I was just like, well, that was a waste of money. And in this video, I'm giving you the 5 most recent blind buys that I kind of regret buying. So stay tuned. Starting with one that may surprise you, Tommy Summer 2021 from Tommy Hilfiger. Now, not a bad fragrance at all. The reason I regret buying it is because it is the exact same fragrance as Tommy Into the Surf. And I'm not joking. Not similar, not kind of alike, not very alike. It's the same fragrance, the different cap, the different printed name on the bottle. Same note breakdown, same scent, same performance, same. So, this is not something I wear enough to warrant having a backup bottle. I do have some backup bottles of some of my favorite fragrances in this large collection that I have, but this was not backup bottle worthy for me. And I'm not the type to say, oh well, let me go return this open fragrance. If I commit to buy it, it's mine. That's just how I am. That's one of the reasons I have so many fragrances. But as you guys know, I tend to find the good in most. I can usually find a pretty good quality about most fragrances. And again, not saying this isn't a good fragrance. This is a solid fragrance. It's every bit of a 5 or a 6 out of 10 kind of fragrance. It's good, not great. But I already had it in Tommy Into the Surf. So when it comes to Tommy Summer 2021, if you have Into the Surf already, unless you want a backup bottle of Into the Surf, don't get Summer 2021, and vice versa. If you have Summer 2021, unless you want a backup bottle of it, do not get Into the Surf. So, not a bad fragrance, but not one I wanted a backup bottle of. So I definitely regret blind buying Tommy Summer 2021. Now, for those of you that didn't see the rack store video where I picked this up, or the full review I did on the fragrance, you may be surprised to know that there's a Salvatore Ferragamo fragrance that I regret blind buying. While I do like a lot of shower gel and soapy scents, this has got to be, for me anyways, the most boring, most generic of the shower gel soapy scents. Salvatore Ferragamo Pour Homme Subtil Fresh. This is the new unadvertised flanker to Ferragamo Pour Homme Subtil, which is the darker blue gradient bottle like this. Well, this is just clear, like baby blue colored juice. Almost looks like a hand soap type of color. So, does it smell terrible? No, not at all. Doesn't smell bad. I just don't think it's worthy of being in my collection in the first place. It was $16.99 for 50 ml. It was a Ferragamo fragrance that I had not come across before. Of course I'm going to jump on that. Salvatore Ferragamo is one of my favorite designer houses from a fragrance standpoint. Not just because they tend to get pretty cheap at rack stores and discounters, but they make some really good fragrances. And this is the only one I've ever come across from the house that I was just, I'd be okay without it. You know, I don't have to have it, don't need it in my collection. This smells like shower gel. This smells like Axe Phoenix, or one of the blue-colored Axe shower gels. Well, I'm not knocking the Axe shower gel either, but it's just that basic, that generic. It lacks any character for me. Like I said, I know that's saying a lot when I typically like a lot of clean, soapy shower gel fragrances. I like to wear that stuff out of the shower specifically because I shower in the evenings. And you would think this would fall right into rotation because I like so many Nautica fragrances, but I like all of my Nautica fragrances more than I like this. Not saying you won't like it. I'm not saying there isn't people out there that think I'm crazy and they enjoy this fragrance, but that just goes back to why fragrances are subjective. Not everybody likes everything, and that, of course, includes me. One I regret getting, Salvatore Ferragamo Pour Homme Subtil Fresh. Now this one's a pretty recent acquisition that I had high hopes for, and this is, for me, one of the most bland, fresh fragrances I've ever smelled coming off of my skin. I'm talking about Hugo Energize. So when I kind of had to poo-poo all over this one. Not that long ago, they had, you know, handful of people, maybe a little more, coming to the fragrance's defense in the comments. And again, it's all subjective, guys. Just because I think it's bland, boring, and something I don't really want to wear, doesn't mean you won't think it smells awesome. What a bargain. What a steal for $30 off of your skin. Not going to knock you if you like it. Just like I would hope you don't knock me for not liking it. It's just the name of the game. Artistry, fragrances, and perfumery being an art form are of the most subjective because everybody's taste is different. While I had a lot of high hopes for this one's actually made by my main man, Claude Deer. That's my guy. He made my fragrance with Zaharoff. One of the most talented perfumers in history, especially in modern history. And I don't know, it just doesn't jive with me. It doesn't excite or stimulate my senses in any way when I smell it coming off of my skin. It's just this basic, moderately fresh, lightly creamy, smooth, woodsy scent. It's nothing special. It's not great. It's not good. It's okay. That's how I would deem it. Really, I would be better off with my $30 back because I did spend 30 bucks at a Marshall's for this 75 ml. I don't see myself ever really reaching for it other than maybe making myself wear it out the shower. I just kind of regret it. This is one of those regretful blind buys. Hugo Boss, Hugo, Energize. Now this one may surprise some. Upon first impression, I thought it was okay. You know, I thought, well, if I wear it, maybe even better. And after wearing it, I've worn it twice now. I've given it 2 shots. After the second shot, it didn't get any better. I just find it to be this dry wood, slightly creamy smell. It's not what I heard it was. It's not what I hoped it would be. It is Dunhill Century. Again, I don't think it smells bad. I just don't think it smells good. Not off of my skin anyways. And this cap is such a pain. I love magnetic caps, but this one's kind of a... You got to have somewhat of some nails to get under it. It's decent. I believe there's a little bit of some florals in here, maybe even some iris. It's just, I smell it. It's another one's got that bland, creamy smell for me. And it's kind of dry wood shop smell at the same time. It just doesn't jive with me. I've heard this is kind of similar to Santal 33. Santal 33 is light years better than this, in my opinion, of course. Only paid 20 bucks. I believe it's a 75 ml. Yeah, 75 ml, 20 bucks at Burlington. I know there's a lot of people that enjoy this. Some of you right now are watching me talk about this saying, you're crazy. That's a great fragrance. Not saying it's not a great fragrance. It's just not a great fragrance for me. Might be for you. Not my cup of tea at all. One I kind of just have. I don't see myself giving it any more chances. I may give it one more chance, but 2 strikes, it was pretty much out with me because it didn't improve on the second wear from the first impressions or the first wear. So that's technically 3 strikes, you're out. But I may give it one more wearing just to do it. But for me, one I regret spending the 20 bucks on, honestly. I know a lot of people enjoy this one. I just don't. That's Dunhill Century. Last but not least, this is the one in this video that I think does not smell good. The other ones don't smell bad, I just don't like them. This smells bad. I just think this smells bad. 23 by Michael Jordan. This was from that Michael Jordan video I did where I got 23 Drive. I got the original Michael Jordan, which is a classic near and dear to my heart. Brings me back to the mid-90s. And Legend, which Legend is great. A great sweet gourmand scent. That's kind of a cheapy hidden gem that doesn't get enough love. But this is just, get it off me. That's how I felt when I sprayed it on my skin. Get it off me. Couldn't get through the video quick enough so I could go scrub this off of my skin. It's got this sour, dirty smell to it that's just not appealing to me. Not on the level of Cuba Black Prestige. For those of you that saw the original version of this video that I did about 2 years and some change ago, 10 fragrances I regret buying. That's the worst fragrance I've ever put on my skin ever. It's terrible. I still have that bottle. Just goes to show I don't get rid of this stuff. I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to fragrances. And that stuff, it's awful. I can't bring myself to be wasteful and throw it away like that. So it just takes up a spot on the shelf. But this one, same thing. I don't like it at all. I think this does not smell good. This is the one in the video that under no circumstances will I wear. The other ones I can wear. They're not terrible. They're just not my cup of tea for the most part. But it did get progressively worse. This was technically ranked. That's why the word top is going to be in the title. But 23 by Michael Jordan. I know there's some people out there that enjoy it. I am not one of those people. I do not like it. You'll never see me recommend anybody to spend the 10, 12 bucks that this costed to get it, because I think you're better off buying a pack of cigarettes, even if you don't smoke. And this is coming from a guy that quit smoking a few years ago. That's how little of a chance there is that I would recommend 23 by Michael Jordan. Well, a little bit of a different video topic than usual. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. I'm sure a few of these surprised you. Stuff like having a Ferragamo of any kind on here probably surprised you. And then I have a feeling my thoughts on Dunhill Century isn't going to be popular opinion. But like I said a few times in this video, I'll say it once more, fragrances are subjective. There's stuff that I really enjoy that I'm sure a lot of you are like, man, he's crazy. This stuff doesn't smell good. It's subjective. Not everybody likes everything. And this video is video proof of that, because these are 5 that I regret blind buying. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these 5 and you give them a spray now, don't blame me later, because I don't like them. So I didn't recommend them to you. Have a good one, guys.